right into things. Come stand at the back end of your space. Take a wide stance with your feet, arms wide down by your side. Feel free to close the eyes if that feels all right to you. Just kind of take it in. How are you feeling? Big, steady, expanding breath on the inhale. Exhale, open the mouth, let it go as you draw back in and find a little bit of strength and comfort through every exhale. These few opening breaths of yoga sculpt. Ready body, ready mind for the movement. Okay, inhale, take the arms way up towards the sky. Open the eyes if not already. And then exhale, fold right in between the legs. And again, feet about as wide as the yoga mat. Let the hands touch the floor. Let the head drape down. And just bend knee to knee, side to side. Just a little bit of lateral movement, side to side. And then bring the elbows up to the knees and keep going with that lateral movement, side to side. Take the hands to the knees and move with the shoulders now. I'm exaggerating the push of one shoulder forward and then the other. Good. And then hands all the way back down to the ground, fold over. And walk it out to downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, twisted down dog. Take the right hand to the left leg, look underneath you, kind of pull the body through. Set the hand down, do it to the second side, left hand to the right outer thigh or calf. And then set it down. Come forward to plank. Straight arms, straight legs. Try to keep the knees up here, just finding that first heavy, high plank. Squeeze the glutes, tone in the abdomen as you draw the tailbone back towards the heels. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Add cross climbers, right knee towards the left elbow, back and forth like that, side to side. Waken things right up. 4 more, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step the feet to the front of the mat. Stand all the way up. Body weight squats. Go down, come up. Start slow enough, maybe about 2 counts down, 2 counts up, to find your full range of motion. Let the body start to warm up, mobilize. A little squeeze of the glutes at the top. Push the hips slightly forward. And then keeping that full range, go a little quicker. 1 count down, 1 count up. Good. 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands down. Step back to plank pose. Again, hold at the top of plank. Take your feet as wide as the sticky mat. So you've got a wide base. Do this on the toes or on the knees, adding shoulder taps here. Right hand to the left shoulder and down. Left hand to the right shoulder and down. Keep going for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lie flat down to the belly. Cobra, press down through the hands and the feet. Peel the chest up, so a nice stretch here. Good, push back to child's pose, hips to the heels. Nice reach through the upper body. And take the side reach. Walk the hands over towards the right side. Walk the hands across the center and over towards the left side. Bring the hands back to the middle through downward facing dog. Bend the knees to walk your hands backwards to the feet. Stand up, reach the arms to the sky. We'll do a quicker version of this one more time. Warm up sun salutation. Fold over, walk the hands back out to your plank. Mountain climbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more. And then step or jump feet to the outside of the hands. Stand up, body weight squat for 10, 9, 8. Keep going. 1 count down, 1 count up. All the way to 10. After the 10th body weight squat, hands down, step it back to plank pose. Again, feet wide here to create your wider base. And we've got 10 shoulder taps. If you're taking yourself into a lower variation on the shoulder taps, remember knees or hold the plank instead. 5 with each hand. And then flat against the mat. Cobra pose. Push back to child's pose. Stay right there in child's pose. Let's take it up to all fours. Swing your right foot forward for a low lunge. Pick up the back knee. Lift the right arm to the sky in the revolved lunge. Second side, lower the hand. From all fours, scoot left foot forward. Lift the back knee, lift the left hand. Back around to all fours. Cat and cow. Move the spine back and forth here. Connect the action with your breath. Okay, sit back on tucked toes. So if you're sitting on tucked toes, you're going to give your feet a nice little workout there. And I want to bring our arms around, forward and down in big circles. We've got some shoulder work today. We're going to go one arm at a time. I want to make sure that you feel really safe and secure in that shoulder work. I'll give you option, of course, to do something different or take a lower weight. Reversing the direction here if you haven't already. And then give yourself a big hug, one elbow on top, and sort of shake from side to side. And then change, other elbow on top, side to side. All right, feet should be ready to stand up too. Come on up to standing. So we're going to break this exercise down to 4 separate movements, and then we're going to put it all together. I'm going to use my 5-pound weights for the whole bit. The leg portions will feel like, hey, I could have picked up something heavier. Yes, but then for the upper body portions, you probably will be happy with 5 pounds or less. So start like you're in mountain position with your feet outer hip distance apart. I want feet parallel today, toes forward, heels straight back. It starts with just a good old deadlift, so we have a tiny little bend behind the knees. Long spine, long legs otherwise, and come down. Have the weights at about your lower shin above the line of your ankles, and then in one swift movement, you stand straight up. We're gonna go just here, 10 deadlifts. Lower down. On an exhale, stand up, squeeze the glutes, draw the tailbone straight down. For 2. And 3. Up for 4. Looking good here. It's like you're pulling on your pants. The arms stay really close to the legs the entire time. You don't want them to drift out too far away from you at all. Scanning that front side of the body. Great work to strengthen in low back, glutes, hamstrings. I'm on 8 and 9 and 10. All right, rack the weights up to the shoulders here. Feet stay as is, maybe a slight bit wider, knowing that these are going to be combined together in a moment. And it's the body weight squat. Elbows right about at the knees, hovering above. Keep the chest lifted. Stand up. We're going down for 2 counts. 1, 2. Explode up for 1 count. Down. 1, 2. 1. Beat up. That's it. Down. 2. And exhale. Stand. So you always want the exhale. Pretty much when you're pushing against gravity. Should be the hardest piece of the exercise. That breath coordination helps us to stay engaged, thoughtful in the full core. We're here for 8, stand, 9, big stand, and 10, big stand. All right. Next is simply an overhead press. Arms go straight up and come back down. That's it for now for the third movement. Straight up and down. When we combine this, as you explode up, the arms are going straight as well. Straight up and down. Let those elbows track straight ahead, not out to the sides. Little bend behind the knees, still engaged in the core. Feeling steady and strong here. 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Arms go straight back up. Here's where we want to be really good and knowledgeable about the range of motion for ourselves and the shoulders. You're going to go one at a time, palm down towards the floor, out, around, and down, and then out, around, and down. Remember to slow exhale. You're working against gravity. Gravity just wants to take you down there. And so you've got to do a little resistance. We'll go here just 5 times so that it's 10 all together added up. Rack and straighten. Here is the work. We're best to set down to a lower weight if this is not feeling fully confident for you. Good. 2 more times. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Feel that core resistance against the gravity as well. Navel back towards the spine, low ribs drawing down towards the hips. Last one here. Okay, take a quick watch. This is how we add them all together. You go into the deadlift, you stand right into the squat, and as you stand for the squat, arms go overhead, and then one at a time, down and down. Okay, let's do it all together. We've got a full set of 10. Weights start right in front of the body, palms turned in towards you. Look ahead as you come down towards the bottom part of your deadlift. Straight up. Drop into your squat as you rack the weights. Stand and push overhead. One arm at a time goes down and down. That's one. Deadlift, squat, and overhead press. Arm at a time. 1, and that's 2. Deadlift, squat, overhead press, down and down. That's it. Keep moving right along here. Steady pace, but no rush to it. Y'all are looking good. 4. Breath moving along. Exhale as you stand and as you press. For the final 5 here, think of going with the second arm first as you lower down. Should have a little different experience there. Nice, we've got this. 3 more total. Deadlift, squat to press. Slow swim down. 2 more. Last one here. We'll give the weights a rest for a moment. Okay, set the weights down. Give yourself a shake. Quick sip of water. We are coming back to that, but not quite yet. We're going to put a little ab circuit right in between. Come all the way down to your mat to all 4s. Start with bird dog here. Lift your right leg up and back and the left arm straight out to the front. Knee and shoulder, knee and elbow in and extend straight out. Hug in and extend. Keep going on the single side. In and extend. Needing some good stabilization through that bottom hand and shoulder. Make sure you're gripping the earth underneath the finger pads and pushing down through the back knee as well. Keep drawing in and extending out. Just a little bit longer here. Well done. Second side. Find the static hold first. Left leg up and back. Flex the foot. Point the toes down. And right arm. And again here, grip underneath the finger pads. Push a little more weight into the thumb and first finger of that left hand so as not to overweight through shoulder and wrist. And let's draw it in and out. Find a pace, movement that work well for you. Really grab the knee, pull it up towards the belly each time as you round the back in cat pose. Stay with this. A little bit longer. 3 more. Pull in, extend, in, extend, in, and extend. Lower the hand, lower the knee. Take a full breath. Wash it out. Come down to your forearms. Interlace the hands to make this more doable. Keep the elbows as wide as the shoulders. Walk the knees back and keep them on the ground. Or more challenging, tuck the toes and lift the knees up in our forearm plank. Here in forearm plank, feet wide like you did in those shoulder taps at the beginning of class. And we're going to sway from side to side, letting the heels go down over to the right side for a hip dip, up across the center, and over towards the left. Now, if you are doing this on your knees, you can still take the legs with you with a little bit of a hip dip. Just make sure you're being really cautious about the joints there. Nice, slow and steady for the hip dips. I'm not counting you off, letting you find your way there. Feet kind of turning each time with a dip. Dips are the bonus. You can take them out or add them. One more side to side if you're still in the hip dips. And then everyone do lower the knees down to the mat. Push back to child's pose. Again, a little breather in between each set here. And then turn over, lie down onto your back. Scissors, hands either by your side or you can sit on them for more support. More challenge, take the hands behind the head and lift head and shoulders. So pick any of those options. Both legs straight out and cross. Open and close, top and bottom. Squeeze especially in the upper inner thighs to help propel the movements in the legs. Slow, steady exhale through this work. Keep going. Scissor, scissor, scissor. Tighten the muscles to straighten the legs. Keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees into the chest for that mini break. And then set the feet back down to the floor. Heel taps, lift head and shoulders off of the mat. Sometimes called these penguins. The hands are going side to side, trying to reach towards the toes. And so aptly named heel taps, because you're at least reaching to the heel. Let's speed this up wherever you are in your pace. Go double time. Transverse abdominis always turned on. Getting the obliques in the picture here as well. And release. Stretch the arms overhead, legs long. Full sit up from this extended body position. So arms start overhead, legs stay straight along the mat. Then move the arms straight up to the sky. Try to keep that line of the arms and sit the entire torso all the way up. You bring the entire torso all the way down and stretch the arms overhead. Make a big arch of the low back off of the mat. And do it all a few more times. Arms straight up. Sit up. Good. Lower down. Stretch arms overhead. Puff the ribs up. As the arms go straight up to the sky, the ribs draw down. Keep that engagement as you sit up. Lower down. Arms overhead. Just one more full body sit up here. Lower down. And reach. Pull the knees in to give you a little momentum to sit up and stand up. Okay, from the top, we're separating all 4 of the exercises from the deadlift to the squat. Overhead extension, slow arm swims down, and then we'll put them together for a set. Take the arms again, palms turned in, right in front of the body. Imagine that you're taking off, putting on a pair of pants each time you lean over, and stand up. Good. 10 here for 2 and 3, 4. Don't let the chest come over with you. Still looking straight ahead. Nice and proud across the line of the shoulder blades. Collarbone. For 6. A little bend in the knees. These always catch up to me the next day. Never feels like too much in the moment. Another good reason perhaps not to overweight within the other mobility work that we're doing. All right, stack the shoulders stack the weights at the shoulders. I should have mentioned, great option is just to keep the weights down by your side here as you go into those squats. If the rack at the shoulders works, of course, leave it there, as that's going to be where we combine the work. Once we get into the overhead press. 6 for 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, overhead press. Straight up, palms facing each other, and down. 1 count up, 2 slow counts down. Okay, keep doing this if it's working for you. If it's not working for you, you could have arms down by your side and drawing straight up and down. 1 or both arms at the same time. Still getting a good solid work in the shoulders if they need a little different rotation point. I think we've got 2 more here. 1 and 2. Overhead press, for those that are there, you're going 1 arm at a time. Remember, we're moving through 5 sets here. A different option if you were in the upright row is simply that slow lower straight down. So your option, keep going as you are. If you were here in your squat, you would have taken, changed to the upright row, and your slow lower through that last round. All right, let's all catch up together for this last round, and then we'll plug them all in together. Roll your shoulders up, back, down. Take a deep breath in. Clear your space. All right, let's combine them all together. You're into your deadlift, rack, and stand. One arm at a time. Deadlift, squat, and press. One arm swims down nice and slow at a time for 2. See how they're all separate movements and yet working together. Giving each their own weight though. This is a full set of 10. I believe we are on 5 here. So halfway home. If you're working the upright row, it might look a little something like this. All right. Try the second favorite arm to go down first for these last few in the set. Good, work against gravity here. Almost home. Last one here. Deadlift, squat and press. Swim down nice and slow. Okay, bend the knees to set the weights down. Earbud falling out. Get that drink of water again. Take your moment. Then we go back into that round of 5 core-centric exercises. Then we get to stretch and call it a day. Liable. Okay, come on down to all 4s. Join me as you're ready. Right leg, left arm. Bird dog position. Find your static hold, nice and steady, and then add the dynamic movement, elbow and knee. Pull in and out. Friends, I am still trying quite unsuccessfully to kick this cold. Waking up and getting the body moving. Actually doing a lot to help this morning. I love when the discipline of a practice works for us that way. Okay, let's go over to the other side. Find your static hold first. Notice where you are in space, always returning there. And let's add the movement. Elbow and knee, extend. Forearm plank is next, adding knees or toes, adding hip dips or not. Come down to the forearms. I think I'm going to hold steady without the dips for the second time around. Pick the thing that actually works best for you in this moment, not what you think you should do or should try. Where's the best position? Forearm plank here. Do try to keep your eyes, chin a little lifted, look forward. No valley, no mountain in the butt, just straight, nice, long line. All right, knees down. If still up, turn all the way over to lie down onto your back. Scissors, again, give the support of sitting on your hands. Hands out by your side, a little more challenging. Hands behind the head, a little more. Head and shoulders lifted, a little more. Take your pick, legs straight, and let's scissor. Even here, breath should continue. Expansion on the inhale, knitting into strength on the exhale. Can you take this a little bit quicker for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set the feet down. Hands free, breath in. Blow it out. Heel taps, lift the head and shoulders and side to side here. Slower at first. And quicker, side, 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 side. Last few taps, last few seconds right here. And you are done. Arms overhead, stretch the legs out. Full body sit up. We've got 5 here. Point the arms straight up towards the sky and then bring the torso with you. Straight up, body makes an L shape. Best we can, and roll it back down, arms overhead. Puff the chest up. As the arms go straight up to the sky, ribs knit down, everything knitted in, sit up. Lower it down, arms overhead. For 2, 3 more like this. Absolutely no rush. I definitely have to use a little bit of momentum to get lifted and going there. That's fine. Do what you need. After the 5th, pull your knees into the chest. Take the arms out to a T shape. Let the knees fall over towards the right side in your supine twist. Hard work done. Enjoy this stretch and release. Knees fall over towards the second side. Quick note that we've got some changes coming for the live stream classes in April. Does not affect these early morning classes, except that Tuesday morning I've relabeled Power Yoga, which is just a little bit of an increase from what we do in terms of pace of the movement. Take the knees back into the chest. There's also been a move from, instead of Sundays, a noon yoga class on Monday. Roll yourself up to a seated position. Take the soles of the feet together, knees out to the side. Flap the legs a little for Baddha Konasana. And then fold over, let the shoulders relax and round forward here. And that Monday noon class is really being taught as 2 separate 30-minute classes. You could take the whole hour or not. First half hour, a little quicker in pace with a flow. Second half hour, a good soothing, steady stretch. All right, send your legs straight out. Try to hold on to your toes. Think long spine, long legs here. Much like the seated version of the deadlift. One last little twist. Take the right foot up and over. Move towards the right side. Twist towards the right side. Inhale to untwist and switch other leg. Okay, untwist. Everything a little bit of a shake out and a bow to yourself. Thanks for the time to move, to practice, find strength and